Hi, my name is Jim Shear. I'm the author of the workbook Jazz Basics, and I've also helped create the basic templates for our fully online classes at NMSU Global, NMSU Main Campus, and Doña Ana Community College for their online classes. We all use the same basic book and template, so when you get Canvas, go online, find your class. Obviously mine is an online template. Click on it and open it up. We now use inclusive access for books at NMSU and Books for Less at Doña Ana Community Colleges, and the book is sold as an ebook only. So as you go into the syllabus, you'll see all the information about the book. As soon as you signed up for the class, you should have gotten a code from your bookstore that helped you gain access to Kindle Hunt. Kindle Hunt is where all of our ebooks are stored, and it also has the streaming links. Now, for our jazz classes, we do not have streaming media preloaded. We expect that you use Spotify. So you can use the lowest version of Spotify, but you're strongly encouraged to spend a little money and get the high-end version of Spotify. It's absolutely worth it, and all of our materials streams from there, and I'll show you how that works as we get into the ebook. The easiest thing to do, you'll build a path for yourself to Kindle Hunt. The first time you go with that code, it's going to take you to their front page, and you'll use your code to log in. After that, every time you go to the ebook, every time you want to access stuff, you're going to get to a page that looks like this, and you simply find your class. Obviously, I'm going to show you one that we've used before. This is my class from spring. You'll get a pull-down menu. There's my section. You'll see that it'll have a CRN. It'll have the instructor name. You might see a whole laundry list on them depending on where you're taking the class from. Make sure you pick the right one. Click on it and you'll go right in the front door. The first time you go in, there'll be a little sign-off. I've read the syllabus. I will not access the streaming media illegally because that's a copyright infraction for both you and NMSU or Doña Ana Community College. And you'll get to a template like this that gets you to the ebook. Just click on the ebook, and here's all the chapters. Now you'll notice that there's also chapter activities, there's a glossary, there's a gradebook. We don't use any of that at DACC or NMSU. We do everything through the Canvas domain. So for you, we're strictly using the ebook right here. Other colleges do like to use the fully online stuff through the Kindle Hunt website, and we leave that up here for them. We don't do that at either of our schools. So find the chapter you want, click on it. Hey, let's listen to some bebop today. That'll be fun. As you come into the chapter, you will see that it is a streaming HTML book, just like anything. You can size it, larger, smaller, whatever you need to do. It works on your computer, of course, laptop, tablet, phone. Phone's not ideal because it's so small, the pictures don't look very good, but it does work. And you will see that there's a menu running down the right-hand side. This is just a quick link menu. This will take you instantly to any artist anywhere in the chapter. As you go through the chapters, you will find listening guides. These listening guides have embedded Spotify links. So when you press play, the music starts to play. I don't have it hooked up right now, but you can see that it's, there he goes. And you can see this running time code. This time code matches the time code in the listening guide, so you can follow along specifically with every moment of the music. As it scrolls there, you can read the time codes here, which is really nice. In addition, with the ebook version, anything that can be an active link is. So throughout, there are dig deepers, and you can click on those and open them in a new window, which is really cool. Lots of great pictures. That's a brand new one we just added, Dizzy Gillespie in the 1970s. And that's how the ebook works. It works that same way for all chapters. Everything else we do in the fully online world works through these modules. So here's the first module. The video you're watching right now is also embedded in here. You can read all of this introductory material, get to know your professor. Here's the Spotify links if you want to use Spotify. For some reason you're not in the middle of the class and you want to listen to the Spotify playlist, there's a direct link to all the playlists. You can listen to them outside of the domain of the book, which is kind of helpful sometimes. Every chapter has a quiz, every chapter has an active listening example, and every chapter has a homework. It expects that you have read everything before you start to do any of this material. It starts with a video overview. These are separate videos from the one you're watching now. Each chapter has its own introductory video. You can click on that and watch it, and then you can navigate through the modules with these front and back buttons. You can click next. Here's the quiz. Start the quiz. Click next. Here's the active listening responses. Do that. Next. Here's the homeworks. Read carefully. All of them are very similar, but each one is different. So make sure you read all of the instructions with care throughout. Answer all the questions. You're going to create a file. You're going to upload it back into Canvas, and that's how your professors will grade it. And you work through all of the modules that way. You can also, of course, navigate through the modules simply by going here, scrolling down to whatever it is you're looking for. Each one of these assignments is going to have a given due date. Now, you might be taking a 5-week class, an 8-week global class, or a 16-week main campus class at either DACC or NMSU. No matter what, the modules are going to stay the same. What's going to change is these due dates, so make sure you pay careful attention to the due dates. Almost always we keep things due at 11:55 p.m. I know that sounds a little strange, but that keeps Canvas and all the computers happy if we use that time. So it feels a little arbitrary, but it's not, because the assignments are always several days or even a week or two apart, depending on how long your class is. The one thing that is time specific is the quiz. The quizzes usually take, honestly, 15-20 minutes. They have up to 50 minutes. But they do lock down right at 11:55 p.m. That's just how Canvas is set up. All of these others, if you're working on this homework at 11:57 before you upload it, or even 12:01, Canvas will still take it. Don't worry about it. It's fine, and your professor's not going to count it as late if you turn it in 6 minutes late in the middle of the night, right? It's cool. We have to have a time. Canvas has to have a time, or it's not happy. So the quizzes, they do close and lock down when they say they will. All the other stuff, it'll tell the professor it's late, but it's fine if it's a couple of minutes late. Just don't do late work. Get it done. You've got plenty of time, I promise. Read the chapters, do the work. Piece of cake. Couldn't be easier. Everything works through the modules. You'll find the syllabus here. My class syllabus looks like this. Your professor may make changes, but they all basically work the same way. They have contact information for you. Here's the textbook online, things we just talked about Books for Less, inclusive access, Kindle Hunt links and how to get into them, how we deliver the courses. This is set up for the 8-week global, but it might say 5 weeks, it might say 16 weeks, depending on your class. Learning outcomes, they're there. How to do Canvas, you're already on Canvas, you know what to do. Engagement hours, all the ADA stuff, everything you need to know. Technology requirements, pardon me for scrolling through so quickly, but academic misconduct, don't cheat. Everything's using Turnitin, it's checking your work. Just don't plagiarize and you'll be fine. This is a super easy course, and it's also a really enjoyable course. Remember that this course is kind of built for you, right? I mean, this is about discovering new music, learning a little bit about music history that you might not have known. But a lot of the popular music you listen to, trust me, this is where it came from. All of these jazz masters from 50, 60, 100 years ago, they laid the foundation for most popular music that is happening to this day. So that's really it. Get access to the ebook. Read carefully, keep up with your deadlines, and you'll have a lot of time. Just keep an open mind. The whole point of this class is to help you find some great new music that you might not have heard before. And I guarantee you, you're going to hear something you really love. And once you've done that, go out and support live jazz. We need more fans. Thanks for taking the class. Please let me know as the author if you find any errors or mistakes. Let your professor know, and they can share that with me as well. Thanks.